them, I actually gave them a critique because I said this is good and this is not so good and this needs working on, and I gave some compliments and some backhanded compliments and some insults. So, but they came back and they were very passive aggressive with me about the whole thing, and like I said at the time, I thought it was all kind of amusing because I didn't realize that they were being very serious about it. But they kept telling me to add more Sweetie Belle. They're like, "You need more Sweetie Belle in your videos," because she hadn't done any of the videos. Like they were just giving me useless critiques.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually I decided there would be no Sweetie Belle. And so I can't, like I said, I can't remember how exactly we came to this conclusion, but I know at one point we cracked open an H.P. Lovecraft book. And I believe that Sweetie Belle was going to quote from it. I don't recall if she did, but I know that we did speak Riley or something at some point. It was like Cthulhu. My mom always used to tell me Cthulhu Magawa or something like that. And so yes, there is no Sweetie Belle. There was only Zool. So that's how that kind of developed, and it was really, I think at that time we already had Taz established, the character from the Attic, and so it was really just very easy to transition into Sweetie Belle, the possessed pony.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's what me and a couple of my friends here were thinking. We're like, dude, Taz is gone. He said, look out for possessed ponies, and now Thrykerzod shows up, and Taz can only speak normally and not backwards whenever he's possessing a pony. It's perfect sense.
when she takes over a pony, she can speak forwards again.
Yes. So, Mr. Pitterap,
Yes.
how did you become involved in the Rainbow Dash Presents?
Well, let's see. Okay, it was about a year ago. I think it was a year ago that I sent in a piece of fan art to Greg. It was the Twilight Mrs. Buzzy pick, and he liked that, and he included it in the episode. And then I sent him another piece, the Kosor picture with Rainbow Dash,
Mm-hmm.
and at around that time, I guess he was brainstorming for the Rainbow Dash Presents series. And well, you tell him that part, but he asked me to do the art, and I was like, yeah, I want to do the art. That'd be fun. So that's how I first got involved. But the story of why Greg needed my help was pretty funny too. So you might want to tell that too, Greg.
Yes. No, it was true. This was I can't recall why exactly. Oh, that's right. The praying mantis and everything. Now I can't remember who wrote that story, but some of you might be familiar with what has been dubbed Rarity's Generous Rape Fic, which is a story in which Rarity goes around town essentially setting up a situation so that all of her friends are raped one at a time. And but the story that I read, someone just linked me to this on 4chan, and I did not know that that's what the story was. But I was reading it. It was very well written. Rainbow Dash was flying around with the Wonderbolts, and she was having a great time. She's like, "Oh my God, the Wonderbolts! This is so great!" And then she goes. Tozak. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Tozak was the. So yeah. So anyway, though, so she's just like, she's like, "Oh, this is so great." And so then they go back to the showers, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in lesbian love with Spitfire," and Spitfire was giving her eyes. And then they go to the showers, and they make it really clear that like Spitfire and Soren are an item, and they just keep giving all these hints, like they're just dropping like bombs, and then somehow still Rainbow Dash gets raped. Like she doesn't make a one-on-one connection that like Soren is going to get himself involved in this like they're having. So I just I remember reading this and I thought like if my Rainbow Dash were in this story, what would she do? And I just started thinking about like she'd probably tell them before they even got started. She wouldn't understand the situation. She'd have to be about that stupid. But she'd probably derail the whole thing by telling them about something she ate that day or just something else, and it would kind of spoil the mood. So then I started thinking about, well, what if I did like a video of a fic like that? And I didn't want to do a rape fic, for obvious reasons, because it's just really not in very good taste. But the Tozak thing actually, there's a story behind the praying mantis that has to do with Tozak in that story. But yeah, so anyway, before I get to that, I'll finish this. I just looked up some things, and I remember reading Bubbles, and Bubbles was written from the perspective of a child, and so it was very much just kind of stream of consciousness, and I thought that would really be fitting for Rainbow Dash. So I just read pretty much the whole story without too much editing from Rainbow Dash's perspective, Except eventually she kind of self-inserted herself into the story because she got distracted and she kept talking about kind of her family life and these things, and she sort of forgot what story she was telling. So she became a part of the fic, and like I said, when I first was going to start off, I didn't have any good artists for it. I got the rest of the guys together, and I said, all right, guys, let's all get really drunk and draw pictures of ponies to make it look like Rainbow Dash drew this picture, and it was just going to be a very childish kind of thing. And Smeg was our best artist in that. But we were all very slow, and my ponies looked like lizards. They were terrible. And so, but then I think at that time, Petterup sent me that Kosor poster, and that was the second fan art that he sent me. And so I was just like, hey, this is actually really good. And also kind of, I just like the style. So I was like, do you want to help us maybe do this thing? And I figured out, we'll give it a shot and just see how it worked. And he wound up being really fast, and the style worked well for it. And since then, the rest is history.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And thousands of pictures.
Yes, thousands. What are we at right now? Like 3,000 pictures, 3,000 images or something?
I don't
Probably
know.
More. It's a lot. And animations now, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then the Tozak thing, that was another one. We've had, if you watch out for it, that praying mantis has appeared in a couple things. It's one of our Easter eggs that we put in every now and then. And the praying mantis is Tozak, actually. And the reason I decided this was because once he got to the part where, and I remember this, was, Rainbow Dash was having sex with Spitfire, and there's, direct clitoral stimulation, which you said anything can go on this radio station, so I'll just go ahead and put that out there. So there was there's direct clitoral stimulation, and she can't orgasm. And so then Soren rapes her, and boom, that's it, orgasm from insertion. And I'm like, that's not how sex works. And so I thought that maybe the only way, it baffled me that Tozak would think that would work. And so I thought about if maybe Tozak were like a praying mantis, then all of his guy friends would have their heads cut off whenever they had sex. And so praying mantis was oh, I don't know, what do you think it would be like? And it would all just be a lot of myth and non-factual information, because male praying mantises have no idea. They have sex once and then they die. So I assume that Tozak must be a praying mantis. All his buddies had sex once and then he died. And so he's pretty sure that this is how sex works, but he only knows from secondhand information that is really completely based in myth. So yeah. Yes, that's also why he appears with the creepy non-crested males, which in the one where Dash is with orangutans. Because for those who don't know, orangutans actually have a system of mating where the crested males are preferred and whatnot, and but the non-crested ones actually will kind of hunt down females, and they're not to be trusted. The non-crested males. So that's why he had a pet. That's why he had the pet mantis, because it was Tozak, and he wrote the rape story. So yeah.
That is hilarious. Oh gosh.
So yes, so that's the kind of insanity that goes to the making of some of our work.
Now, does Tozak, have you heard from him or something about the whole praying mantis thing, or?
We've never been totally public with that. I think I might have mentioned it in another interview or something, or maybe a Tumblr rant or something like that. But
one of your answer videos on YouTube, you kind of threw in there or something. Or no, it was a Tumblr video. It was on the YouTube video. You said there's a reason, but we're not going to tell you. So.
Yeah, I didn't elaborate. I was just because I was having the mantis slide back and forth on the screen, and I was like, this mantis has a story. You'll never know.
Now you do. Good luck, or congrats.
Oh, and then about the art, man. Petterup, I love how you add things in. Is it solely you, or do you all kind of say, hey, add in this here, add that in here, and all that?
It's pretty much just me. It's just some of it is just to entertain myself. I'm like, oh, I wonder how many people will notice this, but a lot of times people do notice it, and I really like that. And I like it when people look at the art so closely that they point it out, especially when it's something really, really small. And I'm like, oh, there's absolutely no way they're going to get this. Or especially when it's something I'm really obscure to. I try to include obscure references and stuff like that, see how many people catch them. But Most of the time, people catch them, so it's pretty fun when people point those out.
Three things that I saw in the last 24 hours because I was looking for them. I saw that in Somewhere Only We Know, Rarity had the banana peel, and her number was 69.
That was something Greg and I did. Put it.
Also, the movie...
I was gonna do it even without Greg, but I asked first, just to see what he thinks.
Also, the movie that was playing was Planet of the Apes. And I'm like, wait, why would the Planet of the Apes be playing at, ape theater? I mean, wouldn't that just be like the day in the life of?
Yeah. It's because it's Redonda Theater. Did you not see the name of the theater?
Oh, I did not.
I don't know. I think
it's Redonda. It's Redonda.
What if we did Planet of the Humans? Where we proposed that apes once ruled the world. It would be a stupid movie. It would be like a B movie. But I could totally see Planet.
Also,
reminds me of that one Futurama episode where they're on the robot world and they're watching like a human invasion, and it's really like, I'll get you with my intestines, and just it'd probably be something like that. Except monkeys have intestines too, so it would have to be something that monkeys don't. I guess it's hairless skin. I'll get you with my hairless skin. I'll touch you with it, and it's poison or something.
And my larger nose superior for inhaling non-poisonous gases.
Yes. Yes. Also, the last thing that I saw that I just absolutely loved was Captain Hook and the Biker Gorilla. The cat was on a skateboard from the future.
Yes, hoverboard.
Hoverboard. I'm like, dude, where'd he get that? Like, Marty McFly needs that.
I don't know where he got it, but the cat has its ways.
The cat has the ways.
And it's a cat. Like, it's not very expensive to live as a cat. You just live in an alley.
Yeah. And he's a doctor, so he gets paid a lot, so I'm sure he's able to afford to get a little hover thing.
Yeah. And pay the rent.
Yeah, and pay the rent.
Oh, man. And then I love how there was a flux capacitor on the Rainbow Factory machine.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. So now, Greg, let's talk about some of the voices. I know people love hearing the voices and where they came from and what you thought about whenever you were making the voices. So I think we'll go back to what I was talking about before. Greg, if I could, is Rainbow Dash around?
Sure, yeah, Rainbow Dash is here.
Yes, Rainbow Dash. So, you are slightly ignorant to a lot of things. Does that bother you?
I'm not ignorant. I know lots of stuff. I know about the weather, and I know about brushing my teeth. I learned that, and well, I know lots of things. I mean, if you just tell me something that you want to know, I could tell you about that.
All right. What is the weather going to be tomorrow? If you could ever be so kind to tell us.
Oh, well, probably like rainy, unless I forget. In which case, it's gonna be pretty much not rainy, and then yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble.
All right, and let's see. So, who else is around for us to talk to?
Well, we got Pinkie Pie, and I get Luna, and other characters, although sometimes their voices are not the same because they have, you could say that they have colds, and not at all that has anything to do with any kind of voice modification or anything like that, because that's it.
All right, let's see. Apparently we have some we have some Pinkie Pie request. May we hear?
Of course, we have the Pinkie Pie request. Okay.
Pinkie will not be lured out to you people. Although Pinkie should warn that her screaming really will cause the mic to peak, which will be uncomfortable for hearing for many of you. Pinkie doesn't even care. Pinkie warns you anyway, out of courtesy.
And Pinkie, first I would like to mention that this call is not being monitored by anyone from Canterlot.
But Pinkie already knew. Pinky knows everything. Pinky knows that you are monitoring.
All
Admit that you are monitoring. Monitoring, Pinky.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's see.
It has more to do with reverse psychology.
Whoa! I didn't even realize that. That was like.
That's how reverse psychology works. Yes, Pinky is very clever with you.
Or are you sure it works that way? Are you sure it works?
Yes, of course, Pinky is sure that way. Don't you question Pinky!
Pinky, can you read
Mind you.
minds? Can you read minds, Pinky? That is a question that has been asked.
Yes, yes.
But I thought the yellow one was the one who could read minds.
No, she is lying. She cannot read that. No, yes. If anything goes wrong, it is because she has read your mind and spread the lie. She is responsible for all mind reading difficulties around Ponyville. Yes.
Okay, Pinky. Thank you for talking with us. Let us see. Let us see who else we could talk to. Applejack.
Applejack. Oh, that's right. Applejack is easy. All right. Hi, Sugar Q.
Hello, Applejack. How do you feel being one of the hard-working Earth ponies in Ponyville?
Oh, sure. It ain't nothing. You know, you just take care of the farm. I mean, I ain't that big a deal. We got some other nice folks you could talk to. I mean, we got Alice here. If you want to talk to Mr. Harry.
Oh, Mr. Harry. Okay. Yes. Could I hear Mr. Harry? Alice.
Oh! I have to go on the radio now. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr. Harry. Yes. I am sorry to say that I am unfamiliar of your work. Please tell us about your work and all that.
I am the hero that my city deserves. I am the bat who lived. The bat who lived. I am the shadows. I have a cool wizard powers. I keep this city safe, but I don't get paid to do it. So it's really important. I'm trying to get money to get my Batmobile off the cinder blocks.
That's on my dad.
They don't take dad dollars.
It's
All right.
I look real hard for dad dollars.
All right. Well, let's let's bring it back here for a second. So these characters that you have come up with, of all the characters in the story, is there any ones that pop out real quick that are unlike like Pinky, or where they are unlike the ones in the show? And what gave you the inspiration for these?
Oh, some of them about Aurora was always a fun story because I can even bring up the script right now. Actually, I bet, but I just released the script for Rainbow Factory. Let me look at what I told them. Factory lines. Oh my goodness, this is a large folder full of stuff. Ah, here we go. It's lovely color coded. It says brown with yellow highlight is that's Orion. Green is Aurora, as voiced by Kermit the Frog, as voiced by DeMarcus. And so he tried Kermit the Frog for a little while, and he couldn't figure out. Like, he was like, so I'm supposed to be a little girl pony voiced by Kermit the Frog, and they were like, yeah. And so eventually he went to a Bill Cosby accent. It's like he just got frustrated trying to do Kermit the Frog, and he was just like, now what in the heck do you think I'm supposed to do? And then Spike was like, oh, keep that. And so they filled up all the lines with the Bill Cosby impersonation and then sent them off. And I was just like, this actually I think I'll keep. And most of them were totally incoherent. So just like I kept it.
I love that.
Yeah. So that one just came from Marcus, was just like, I can't do what Greg told me to do.
I love it. Just that one part. Whenever, just out of nowhere, they're all talking about something over by the cookies and punch by the door. And then all of a sudden he goes, "My mom was really good at it." And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, where did that come from?
Cutter and I sat down and we've actually written out a huge, like a background thing for Aurora. What all would we decide for? Like she's got her and her dad. Aurora doesn't live with her dad. Her dad actually lives in Ponyville and works on the weather teams there with Dash. What's we got? Her dad had they split up because of her mom's embroidering. She has an embroidering problem, you could say.
An obsession.
Yes, an obsession. And if you'll notice, Harp actually drew her the kid that she carries around, and it's actually an embroidered basket, isn't it? Or an embroidered carrier.
It is now.
It is now. Yeah.
Well, when I originally drew it, but it is now. So.
Yeah. So we were talking about we'd like to do a short, actually, another one with Aurora, where like Aurora goes to the store and gets lost, and it was going to be like the adventure of Aurora gets lost.
Oh, that's now is this before or after she broke her wing?
This is after the whole Rainbow Factory debacle.
Okay, so she's still walking around with one wing? Or
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it's still going to be aired or not, but it may as well be. You'll never feel.
That was another funny thing about Aurora. Every time, she'd just look at you and then just wing fall off.
It's a chronic problem. I just feel like once it falls off enough times, it's really kind of a lost cause.
Apparently that cat wasn't a miracle worker.
Well, that happened because in the fic, there's a point where Dash actually just grabs hold of Aurora and just yanks her wing clean off, and I was like, that's like yanking somebody's arm off. I was like, Dash would have to have like incredible gorilla strength to do that. So I just decided that her wing must already be like pretty much not even hardly attached.
And so, and her saying that I'll face off against Rainbow Dash violently, and she just sits there and the wing falls off.
Yeah. I will violently. That was supposed to be. I will valiantly fend off Rainbow Dash, and she goes, I will violently wage off war between Rainbow Dash. That was a line that became a lot longer than.
I will violently face off against Rainbow Dash. Oh man! And then they're just like, okay, bye, see ya.
Whatever. Do that.
You're dead weight.
Yeah. Like, we don't need to do that.
Oh man! Now, does every minor character, or of course every character, even the minor characters, they have background stories?
Yeah. Because it makes it a lot easier to write for them and kind of decide what things they're going to say. Because it's easier for them to. It's better to know what's logical to your characters than it is like if you make them fold around the plot that you want, then it's not as fun. They don't bicker and they don't act stupid. But if you plan a little bit and you say like, Twilight has all this backstory and this is what she's bitter about things, and she'll have certain triggers that'll set her off, then when she'll have those fun breakdowns in the middle of things, stuff will happen, or you could just inject a little bit of insanity into her life.
Now, what's with the rubber ducky? You're the one. She'll just out of nowhere, rubber ducky. You're the one.
That was a plan. Twilight for the longest time had been suspecting that Celestia could read minds, and so she'd been. So as soon as she found out that Fluttershy could read minds, she decided she didn't want her mind read. So she just started singing the rubber ducky song.
And then I love it how in like the next episode, she's like, no, that's wrong, Twilight. That's so wrong. And then Celestia is like, would you stop all that yelling? Rubber ducky. Yeah. Here the Oh.
Yeah, it pretty much confirmed her fear. Which Celestia can read minds deeper than that anyways. That's not really saving her, but Twilight really hopes that's not the case.
Oh, man. Let's see. So then OC... Orion Comet. I'm guessing there's some sort of backstory with his mom.
Actually, his mom does look like Scootaloo. But Ryan and I sat down and we thought that's a background for him too. And he comes from a very sheltered family, he's got like plastic all over the furniture and everything, so he's just got a very rigid view of what is right and wrong, and he's kind of a pedantic little kid.
Let's see.
So-
Oh, when will the next Rainbow Dash Presents premiere?
Oh, well, we
That
got that short
depends on
one.
if I finish it. Hopefully sometime this week, I'm thinking. 'Cause
Oh,
you have
wow.
it pretty much edited, don't you?
Yeah, we've got most of it done.
Except for
so that,
what I haven't sent you yet. So
yeah, this one's actually it's much shorter. It's only about like how long is it? 3 minutes or 2.5 of the main stuff.
the
And
main
then
six
also
is like
gotta-
3.5 minutes.
And this
Yeah,
is the
and-
beautiful day in Equestria, I guess?
Yeah, and the reason it's short is 'cause it's a fic that I wrote, and then somebody online was like, "Hey, why don't you do a Rainbow Dash Presents of that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, we could do a really short one shot on that one." And it's also a bit of a troll. People who watch that one and also read A Beautiful Day in Equestria will notice themselves being. It's a bit of a troll kind of thing that I'm planning. So, but it's one of the nice. This is actually one of the reasons I wanted to do it. Was because that fic was kind of dark, and so I'll just go back and be like, it's Rainbow Dash time. So I'm going to ruin my own fic. The impact.
Yeah, it's been a while since Rainbow Dash has read a fic. You know, I mean, we've had Luna, and we've had Celestia, you know, and, well, hold up. I might be getting them mixed up, but yeah, that'll be great. love it when Rainbow Dash reads a fic. Though, actually, Luna was really awesome at reading the last fic. I just, love hearing her craziness. Especially with the rocks.
With the rocks. Yeah, the racism, the unnecessary racism, which she prefers light and dark, right? She doesn't have a preference, she just thinks they should be separate.
Oh,
She had,
gosh.
she had to create problems on the moon, because otherwise there wasn't a whole lot to do.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. Okay. Let us talk more to Alice and Kinza.
Hello.
Howdy.
Yes, we must speak with you. You have been silent. You must speak, or you
I've
shall
just
be
been sleeping.
destroyed.
You can just go on.
So now you live in Denmark, Kinza.
What did you say? I'm sorry, there's a bit of lag.
Oh, I said you live in Denmark,
I live in Denmark, yes.
way on over yonder. I heard it's really nice over in Denmark.
It is. It's very nice. It's calm and quiet and nothing special happens. It gets boring from time to time, but I'm not complaining.
So let's see. So how did you get started in the Rainbow Dash Presents?
It's actually a funny story. It's I was just bored and I waited for the Rainbow Dash Presents the next episode. At this point, it was right after Rainbow Dash Presents with the Rainbow Factory. And I found Rex Tumblr, and I was like, what are you going to make the next one? I just waited and waited. Like, this is getting boring. So I was listening to some of his Tumblr ask notes and thought, hey, this guy talks a lot. Oh my god. And I can tell you, there's not many of these kinds of guys in Denmark. So I thought, well, I'm just going to chat him up then. And strangely enough, he accepted. So that's how I... yeah, I had sexy mustache. So that's how I got into it. Like, contacted Greg, and after that, he asked me to do some voice acting.
Okay, and what were some of the voices that you did?
Oh, I haven't done any yet. I'm going to be the Joker mod.
Oh, Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Joker Morris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I say Joker mod. Juggernaut.
I'm sorry, I thought you said
I'm going to
Juggernaut.
be the Juggernaut.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Make a character change.
That-
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, dude, I want to see. It would be like Roid Rage, except 3 times bigger.
We can do. Can you do the Juggernaut bitch, Kenza? Have you seen that? Actually,
I have.
you have, or you haven't?
I have not.
You have not. That's something. That's something to introduce you to. It's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, remind me of that.
Yes. But that's to practice your Russian accent. Mostly just so you. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch, and that's gonna be pretty much your only line.
All right. Looking forward to that.
And so, what fic is Joker in? Is it Joker Morris? You said.
It's Joker. Yeah.
All right. Let's
You
see.
go.
No, sorry.
Oh, Joker Mort. Yeah. Okay, Joker Mort.
He's in the My Little Dashi fic.
Oh, the Volder. Okay. All right. Cool.
That was Harry.
I was actually very surprised that you guys are going to be taking on the My Little Dashie fic. I was like, everyone I've heard that's read it. I haven't read it yet because I don't know. I should read it, but everyone's like, yes, I have cried manly tears of manliness. You need to read it, and I'm like, whoa, this thing is like super epically sad. And so then I'm like, and then I heard you guys are taking a hold of it, and I was like, wait, can they? That's gonna be very interesting.
Oh well. Dash's dad. It's a great parable in parenting. I mean, you're a great dad, aren't you, Harry?
Oh, I know. I never let her outside because the government will find her. And I keep her on a steady diet of carrots and a sugar cubes if she's good. And sometimes she eats things that fell under the couch. But what are you going to do?
I can't be supervised all the time.
That is going to be really awesome. I'm super excited. I must contain myself. I cannot get too crazy while I'm on the air. Let's see. So, Alice, are you excited?
I'm always excited, except for when I'm not excited. But when I am excited, I'm excited.
But when you're not excited, you're not excited.
No, when I'm not excited, I'm not excited. I'm just not excited when I'm not excited.
I can't believe you have that problem because, I'm always excited, even whenever I'm not excited. So how did
Just really enthusiastically depressed. Like, man, I am just feeling awful today. God, I'm gonna go.
Can't wait to go to work.
I hate work.
This is just so terrible, and it's just amazing.
Everything's terrible.
Even more.
All right, so Alice, how did you get in contact with Greg?
I started talking to Petter. I found him on DeviantArt, and I was watching one of the Rainbow Dash events, and I saw all this stuff in it that I knew, like Legends of the Hidden Temple and Marcel the Shell with shoes on. So I started talking to him, and we started talking on Skype about just random stuff, and we got to talking about the music in Rainbow Dash Presents, and it was brought up that their go-to girl actor is going to Germany, so they need a new one, and they asked if I wanted to audition, and I'm like, sure, I send in auditions for tons of stuff. It's like a Gatling gun of auditions everywhere, and I got very lucky.
I like the Minnesotan Batman. It seemed like the obvious choice.
Yeah, I threw that in kind of at the last moment because I've had like mentors and stuff for voice work and acting, and I decided to put something in there, and that's my favorite accent. So,
let's see. So, would you mind giving us a couple of your voices?
I do a couple different voices. I do a lot of puppet work for kids. I originally thought if they were going to do like Batman and Harry Potter, I was going to do like the Joker, because I've done a lot of haunted house work and talk like a jerk like this all night, and it's all raspy, and I drink so much Pepsi. And I like, if there's, I don't know, what voices would you like?
I don't know. What are some, let's see. Greg, do you know a lot of her voices that she gave in the audition that you thought were like really awesome?
We had a couple that were good, but just the one that, like I said, the one that stuck out was just Minnesota and Batman, because it went so against the one where he does the deep voice, you know, like I'm Batman, I am the Bat.
I'm the Batman.
Yeah, and so
The answer is helicopter.
yeah.
I love that.
I like accents are really fun for different puppets. You can do different things. A lot of it is going up into a higher register or going to a lower one to be really bored.
So you said you've had some training in that. About how long have you done that?
I've been doing puppets for a while, and I've done a lot of plays. I've done a lot of that kind of stuff. I work with a lot of kids. Like, I used to work for the aquarium and go to different park districts and talk to kids, and that was a lot of fun. Actually, I met a wonderful woman who helps me do voice up. She's done a bit of video games, but she mostly does stage plays and such. And I met her at a convention, and I did a song, and she really liked it, so we started emailing, and she's given me all this great advice for auditions and all that stuff, which has been really fun. A lot of it just, I like to do voice,